Today we're going to make pizza on the grill with the use of this Hartstone Pottery Pizza Stone that I have here. We bought this some years back to use for cooking pizza in the oven, but then later we bought this grill which came with a cookbook and suggested that you try it on the grill. So we did that and we just love it. But first, just to describe a little bit about the pizza stone and so forth. Hartstone Pottery not only makes pizza stones, but they make a myriad of others for brownies, for lasagna, for cookies, for pie. They make toaster oven stones. But the great thing about these baking stones is they distribute the heat, so the food cooks more evenly. So that's something that you see with all baking stones. The Hartstone ones in particular are free of lead and cadmium, which is a big benefit to a lot of people. But in addition to that, they're absolutely non-stick. There's nothing special you have to do other than just rub them lightly with some cooking oil the first time you use them, and then you're all set from that point on. But I think the biggest benefit, unlike some of the competitors that make the baking stones, the ones from Hartstone are non-absorbent, which means that you can actually use soap to clean them. You can wash them in the sink, you can wash them in the dishwasher, and you know, it doesn't absorb that soap taste that kind of ruins things. Okay, so that's a little bit about the baking stones. Now, as far as the grill goes, I like to use wood charcoal because it doesn't have, you know, unlike the briquettes, it wasn't soaked in chemicals, so the taste is a little bit better. It gives you a little bit more of that smoky taste, and it's really nice for the pizzas. So anyhow, we use wood charcoal. About the grill, this one, you can get these egg-shaped grills from a lot of different places, and you can spend a whole lot of money. But this is kind of a mid-range grill here from Kamado, and it comes with a heat deflector, which, kind of like the baking stones, distributes the heat for more even cooking. So what we'll do is we'll light this grill, we'll get it good and hot to say close to 400 degrees, and we'll put the heat deflector in first, and then next we'll put the grate on here, and then you want to kind of keep the baking stone off of the grate. You don't want it on there. So we found a device that we use inside for cooking meat in pans. But this rack, I just turned it upside down just to keep that baking stone off the heat, and just set the baking stone right on there. So what we're aiming for is 550 degrees. So when the grill gets to about 400, we'll put, you know, the heat deflector and the baking stone on here just to kind of preheat it, and then we'll be ready to cook. So what we'll do now is I'm gonna light the grill in a few minutes, and while that's happening, we'll go inside and kind of get the pizza ready to cook. So we'll be right back. Now we're back inside, and Kara has rolled out the dough, and she's basting it with seasoned olive oil, which you can get kind of fancy with this if you like. There are different types you can buy in the grocery store depending on your taste, and if you want to kind of experiment and find out what you like best, that's fine. But she's gonna baste it with olive oil first, and then she's gonna put it on parchment so we can put the dough on the baking stone for about 3 minutes, just to kind of get it ready, and then we'll bring it back inside and put all the ingredients that you see over here to the right on top. So it's an easy step, and she's ready to go. The grill is nice and hot, the baking stone is hot. We're putting it on the parchment. Take it to the next level here in a minute. All right, here's the first step for the cooking. Kara's going to place the dough and on top of the parchment, right on top of the baking stone. And we're going to cook it out here for 3 minutes, just to kind of get it started. And then we'll take it back inside, put the toppings on, and bring it back outside and cook it for 7 to 8 minutes until it gets golden brown on the crust and the cheese gets kind of bubbly, right there?
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Okay, there we go. All right, now that the dough is heated up, Kara's going to apply the toppings. She's starting out with the sauce. This is readily available in the grocery store, but today we're trying out an old friend's family recipe for the sauce, and we're looking forward to that. Notice that the things don't look completely perfect with the dough. You know, when you make it at home, it's not like you would find at Pizza Hut, but it's so much better. So anyhow, Kara's going to put some cheese and some pepperoni and various things on the pizza, and then we'll take it outside, and we're going to cook it for another 6 to 8, maybe 9 minutes on the grill until the cheese is bubbling and the crust is kind of a golden brown. So we can't wait. We've got 2 little grandbabies in here who are just ready to help us eat this, and looking forward to that. So here's the finished product. We just took this off the grill. It got a little bit too dark to film it outside, but we cooked it about 8 minutes on the grill at 550, as we talked about before. Kara's now cutting it. It looks so good, we can't wait to eat it. But couple things to mention. You can use the Hartstone baking stones as cutting surfaces. But they're all, again, just to kind of to talk about the benefits a little bit. All the baking stones are completely non-stick, free of lead and cadmium. They are non-absorbent, so you can cook them, or you can wash them with soap. You can put them in a dishwasher, do it by hand in the sink, and they're all available at hartstonepottery.com. And that's Hartstone without the E. Hartstone, H-A-R-T, stonepottery.com. Thank you.